Hello and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that takes you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. This is our one-shot for our second arc entitled The Lion and the Elephant. This is taking place 10 years before the events of our London arc. So, that way characters can, well, some can't die, but a lot can die. So, and also, it lets the who knows who will die. And it lets characters in the main arc, if they want to die, they're all good to die.
Some of them are already dead.
Absolutely. Look, it's that kind of show. It's Urban Shadows. We're all about death. And we're in a time and place that is, I mean, there's a mask of niceness over it, but it's ultimately a pretty horrible sight of imperialism. Simla is the summer capital of the British Raj, and that's what we're going to get into. I just want to say real quick, I'm not an expert on Indian history. I took like one class on it in college. Yeah, it was a very good class. The professor, I think he was like his last year, so he was just like, let's just watch Satyajit Ray movies over and over again. So watched a lot of great movies. But no, I learned a lot as well. But anyway, I'm definitely a novice at this, so please forgive me and feel free to correct. I'm happy to learn and do better. But let's meet some of our characters who will be experiencing Simla, starting with Marvin. So tell me who you are, who your character is, and then we'll kind of go around the opposite direction, take care of the deaths. But let's just meet who you are and who your character is.
Well, hi, I'm Marvin, and as I get into character, hello, I am the vessel, Azra. I am a statue of the Buddha, but I'm not exactly sure who he is.
Oh, man.
You see, I was created to protect a village in the Himalayas, and I served my duty expoundedly, but one day I woke up and it seemed that everyone was gone. The village was downtrodden. No one was there. Seemed centuries had passed. Everyone was dead. And here I am, all alone in the world. And I find myself realizing I didn't even know these people, nor the person whose form I have taken. So I have set out to explore the world, learn about these people, learn about my vessel, as it so is. And hopefully I can find out just what do I do now? What is my purpose? And do some good in this world.
Oh, very cool. I do like someone who has like the image of Buddha but doesn't know who Buddha actually is or anything about Buddhism. I think a lot of California Buddhists might fall into that category as well. Yeah, hot take on that.
Hey, that is some shade.
I know.
Also,
that blotted out the sun.
This entire game, I am going to try and not cuss.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, a statue wouldn't have learned.
Oh,
this
good man. So. I'll take all your cussing then.
Great. All right. Next up is Dallas.
Hey, I'm Dallas. I'm going to be playing Anik, otherwise known as Eastroth. He was basically once a burglar, sort of grave robber, but stumbled upon the wrong tomb, grabbed the seal of Demogorgon, and became a utter cultist for the rest of his time. Until he's released. So basically he's either charged with protecting people or assassinating people, depending on what his master wishes. A tool for the job.
Interesting. Demogorgon. Alright. After that, we have Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick.
Very happy to have him rejoining us this episode here.
Probably going to be the last one for this season.
Next time, though. Next
Next time.
Next season I should probably be okay.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yes, today I'm playing the Wizard. Ooh. Formerly known as Damien Imani. He discovered a dimension that is an unknown to him. And to many other people that he's talked to since then. But all he knows is that it's known as Solenisa. And it's become his life's work since then. He even has a portal to it in his sanctum. Yes. So, that's fun. With this discovery, and he's not sure why, but he doesn't really feel like himself anymore. He feels like a new entity and has taken on the name Wraith.
Interesting.
So,
I didn't know we were playing Apex Legends.
And finally, we have Patrick.
Hello, I am Patrick, and I'm playing Merle, the Australian Dragon. I mean, Merle. I just want to be a dragon again, to be honest. Really, really want to be it. So, I'm kind of with this group that's looking for Shambhala, something other, or whatever. Hopefully that they can find some way to turn me back into a dragon and I can be a god again. Because that was a lot of fun. But the stupid Ordo Draconis, or whatever the heck they're called, cursed me to live out my eternity from human body to human body. And it sucks. A lot.
Ooh.
See, that's where I'm at. Little mad.
Yes.
That's it.
To
Just a
keep
smidgen.
you on this world is a crime in itself.
Very sad. And I just want to, I just want to say, the vessel that Marvin is playing is one of the excellent new character classes in this book, Dark Streets, which you can get following that nice little promo code. Just want to plug that.
Yeah.
It's got the vessel and quite a few other cool classes, and the dragon. You got to buy that one kind of separately, but
Yeah.
but it's like $1 on Drive-Thru RPG. Highly
Yeah.
recommended. Yeah, some special classes joining us
Choose a bit of work
for
with
the
the
first
spelling
time.
here and there.
Yeah.
Misspell possessed with one less
So,
S.
all you guys have had a chance to look at the, or hopefully you had a chance to look at like the factions and characters.
Yeah.
I think it's going around. I can always fill in if you need to.
What helps is that 3 of us are in the wild faction.
God, we are.
That's cool. But I mean, you don't have to have your debts
Oh, see, I don't
and
even
connections
Wild one
in your
power.
faction, though. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, we have Knight as well.
No,
Tainted
Tainted's
Wild.
wild.
Oh right, yeah, never mind. Yeah,
Tainted
yeah,
Wild.
3 wow, 1 power, interesting. Well, your connections and
authors
debts
available.
don't have to be in your faction. So let's start with Patrick, or let's start with Merle if you're ready, and let's talk about who like you owe, who owes you, and just kind of your relationship to the world of Simla. Maybe think about like you've been there for long, you just arrived. Who are you hanging out with there?
I currently am a new arrival to the area. I heard from my daughter, who's in the employ of one of the... I don't want to call her treasure hunters, but she's a rich girl trying to find treasure. Apoliana?
Oh, okay.
What's her name?
Oldenburg.
Apoliana Oldenburg. My daughter's currently a researcher with her. And she turned me on to this, not knowing that I'm actually a dragon. She's like, oh, this is a cool thing we're trying to research. And me here, like, I know where I'm going next.
I'm gonna get to Shangri-La.
Which is actually, I actually owe Apoliana a debt for keeping my daughter safe in such dangerous times.
Does your daughter have a name, or do we say a name for her?
I don't really have a name for her. I really don't care.
How about Wilhelmina,
Okay.
the most Victorian British
Wilhelmina
name there is?
Winthrop.
Oh, I love
That's
it.
a great name,
Wilhelmina
actually.
Winthrop.
Then Rapier actually owes me 2 debts because he stole something from me
Uh-oh.
and then lost it to the Ordo Draconis.
Oh,
I'm
no.
really mad about that. And the last one is that someone knows that I betrayed them, but they don't know the whole story, so I don't know who that's going to be related to just yet. Wants to be one of the player characters here or an NPC.
Okay. Well, you can kind of fill that in if you want.
We can always figure it out later.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we should just say, Sister Apollonia Oldenburg, who does a 10 years older version of her, does appear in our current arc. But here she's a member of the Shambhala Society, which is a group of mystics, wanderers, and weirdos that's in Simla, devoted to finding the mythical city of Shambhala. So, next up we have Nick. Who owes you, and who do you owe?
Well, the first one is someone is helping me keep my demons at bay, and I'm going to say that is the leader of the power faction, Jemadar Shakti Singh.
Yeah, Jemadar is kind of like general or like lord.
And I don't know how to pronounce that last name. So
Singh, yeah.
Singh. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. And then this
So
one,
you owe him.
I owe him a debt.
Okay.
Someone is my go-to when I get into trouble. I'm not sure who yet.
Yeah, it could be
Or at
somebody
least at
else
this
in
moment,
power.
if you have any suggestions.
Yeah, I was thinking. Just make sure. Wraith. I'll just write your name. That's the name. That's your name you're using now.
Yep.
I mean, it might be Colonel Gabriel Gale, who is another member of the. Would it be someone within the Shadow Chakram?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Shadow Chakram is power.
Yeah. That's true. And being a Gurkha, he would know what to do in tight situations.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Cool. So you owe him as well.
I owe them 2 debts.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, the Shadow Chakram is. They originally started out. They were founded by like the Sikhs back when the Sikhs had their own kingdom before England, like it did with so many other places over the world, conquered it. And the Shadow Chakram is kind of like a lot of Sikhs who sought employment in the British military. Kind of exists along with quite a few of these other factions, or just one other actually, as sort of the British occupiers allow it to exist and to still fight evil, but still serve them.
Cool.
So kind of a tense situation there.
Yep.
But definitely got some good people in it who are looking after Wraith, who is indeed a member of the Shadow Chakra.
Yes, but also I am helping someone keep a dangerous secret, and
Whoa.
I've decided that it is Eastroth.
Interesting.
Our tainted individual.
Maybe the secret that he is controlled by a demon. That could be it. All right, so Eastroth, who owes you? Who do you owe?
First off, because my patron says so, I have to protect Sir Clancy Claggett because he tends to be a doof and get into trouble.
Absolutely.
And not care for authority or for where he's supposed to be and know his place. So I have to basically swat anyone away who tries to harm him.
Elder Claggett.
Yeah. Then someone trying to save me and who suffers for it would be Wraith. I owe him 2 debts. And then the big 3 debts is to my patron.
The Demogorgon
when
itself.
he comes calling, I pretty much have to
You gotta
answer.
listen.
I gotta pick up the other end of the line.
Very, very true. So Sir Clancy Claggett, he is the cousin, the younger cousin, the ne'er-do-well cousin of Lord Quincy Claggett, who we all know and love from our main game.
We all know and love to hate.
Yes, the guy you love to hate. And Sir Clancy, he's like, he's the failed son, failed cousin, failed nephew, or whatever you might want to say, of the Claggett line.
No,
Yes,
wants
the
to
family
talk about
embarrassment, and like many family embarrassments.
And Quincy isn't.
Hey,
all of his plots have failed to date.
This guy makes him look like a...
exactly. Look, Quincy's still going, okay? Sir Clancy, without his family connections, he probably would not. But anyway, he was sent out to the colonies, and that's where he is right now.
Like Quincy.
Clancy and Quincy. Finally, hopefully that won't get confusing.
Kick that.
Finally, we have Marvin, or should I get your name? I'll hope you
Azra.
Azra. I'll figure it out. I'm all memorized just by name. Azra, who
No
do you
problem.
owe? Who owes you?
So, someone convinced me to come to the city to help them with an ongoing problem. They owe me 2 debts. And I think it would make most sense for one of the player characters to be that.
Okay, so who do you think met this living statue and asked them to come hang out?
I think he would be fascinated with the one who wants to be human. Well, who's human, but doesn't want to be human.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, that really makes a lot of thematic sense. Yeah. You don't want to be human, you do want to be human.
Yes, and I can't...
Let's just call the whole thing off.
Yeah.
I will say, I was probably fascinated when I met you. But
I think, let's be honest, we're all like, he's a living
could split
Buddha
them.
statue. It's just like, wait, what am I looking at here?
yeah.
The cool thing about the vessel, not many people know that I'm a statue. It's kind of hidden.
So like an illusion is around
Yeah.
you, making you makes fitting in a lot easier. Because I was like, I'm gonna have you hang out at a party. I don't know, but I was like, no, there's an illusion there.
I mean, trying
any
to
other-
drink.
Yeah, just rolling down your beautiful stone lips.
He has a drinking problem.
I've also entered someone in the process of fulfilling an instinct, tell them what instinct I was serving, and I owed them 2 debts.
Jeez.
So, I may have seen a vampire trying to feed off of somebody in the middle of the night, and trying to punch them in the face.
Oh,
I was
man.
trying to, fulfill my instinct to protect the valuable. I consider the innocent valuable. I don't know what that person's done. They were drinking my mama's blood. Come on.
Unfortunately for Clancy.
So was that Sir
he
Clancy?
got
who
caught.
was-
Yes.
That was Clancy.
Sounds like
Clancy got caught feeding.
It was kind of
When
weird
doesn't he?
because you're kind of in service to Clancy, right? So I don't owe you the debts.
I think
Your
we
fault.
owe Clancy.
Your fault.
Yeah, he was the
Clancy.
aggrieved party.
He comes to a base, he stops like, whoa, what are you doing here?
Stop that this instant.
And he probably just like, sure. Walks away, feeds again.
I'm
Yeah.
going to keep punching you if you don't stop.
Yeah, we'll say I'm not on his tail 24/7.
And someone has a tie to my creator or their lineage and possesses knowledge about my origin that they have refused to share. They owe me a debt. And I think that would be like somebody in the Shambhala Society, maybe.
Oh, okay. It might be Master Cloud.
Master Clown?
I mean, he was like, yeah, that makes sense. So he owes you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Master Cloud is a tulpa, which is like a psychic, kind of like a column, or a vessel itself. It's a psychic creation made by a powerful sorcerer or monk or someone who is, has a great spiritual power. That's like a legendary creature construct in like the Tibetan area.
My total opposite,
Yeah.
and yet my equal.
And Master Cloud is a tulpa who, because they have like sort of cloudy appearances, allegedly. But he is one who has left the Himalayas. Allegedly, supposedly he knows, or he's from Shangri-La himself. So that's why he sort of holds that position of prominence in the Shambhala society. But now he also owes Azra. All right, so we are going to begin in that most British of all events, a fancy garden party.
Great.
It is at the Clive Club, named after Clive of India, one of the more notorious imperialists. And it is like a little slice of English clubland deposited right in the middle of the Punjab. So right now everybody's outside. There's green grass, kept brilliantly green by like fountains. There's lots of native servants going around serving everybody crumpets, lemonade, and a croquet game is, of course, well underway. Everybody... Oh, yeah, it's splendid, for sure. So a lot of notables and local bigwigs are there because this is going to be the unveiling of the Eye of Light, a famed jewel, humongous diamond, that is soon to be shipped to England and added to the crown jewels. So Queen Victoria, the Empress of India, as well, gets to wear that. Yeah. I'm just going to say it's based on the Mountain of Light, which is a real thing that the British stole from that area, and I think they should give it back. Come on, Queen Elizabeth II, give back the Mountain of Light. Okay, sorry. I just want to get in my soapbox there to Queen Elizabeth.
Who watches the stream, actually.
Yes, if you are watching, Your
know you
Majesty,
do.
return that. It was stolen. Okay. So, quite a
British
few...
Royalty 420.
Yeah. Oh man, Corgi Lover and 20 or whatever the numbers would be. So quite a few notable bigwigs are hanging out at the Clive Club. Ronnie Ravina, who is the head of the Daughters of Durga, who are these like all-female monster hunters. Yes,
I love that idea.
I mean, it's based on history, sort of, kind of the Indian Joan of Arc equivalent. The Rani Lakshmi Bai.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So she is sort of an imposing middle-aged Hindu woman, very well dressed. She's hanging out there. Also, Sir Clancy Claggett is lurking in the shadows. A thin, sallow-faced young man, excellently kept sideburns, wearing like, a fancy seersucker suit and pith helmet and everything. Lieutenant Franklin Flood in his full red military uniform, who is kind of the a leading light in the British garrison there, and also a sort of honorary member of the Shadow Chakram, despite the fact that he consistently loses every battle he leads his troops into. He's hanging out there as well, a tall older fellow with a very neat beard. And then also Colonel Gabriel Gale, a young Gurkha soldier, and the mysterious Mr. Cloud, who was wearing an ultra-fashionable checkered suit, waistcoat, and tie, and sort of a Tibetan mask hiding his features. So no one can really see that he is made of a cloud under that outfit. So all these guys are hanging out, just sort of waiting for the Eye of Light to be
Question.
unveiled. Yes.
Professor Livingstone here.
Oh, so you mean Piers Livingston?
Piers Livingstone.
You know what? I was going to have him show up a little bit later, but yes.
Okay.
Here's Livingston. He's a corporal, so this is about 10 years ago. So he's kind of still he's a younger man at this point.
He survives. Don't worry.
Yes, he is in. He's under. He is under lieutenant.
This is a ghost.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. He is under lieutenant. Gotta say the British pronunciation. He is under Lieutenant Flood's command. So he's his adjutant, his aide de camp. So he's right now doing the important military tactical decision of bringing more lemonade to his lieutenant.
Those wonderful younger years.
Mm-hmm. The salad days.
Start somewhere.
I know, right?
Some of us start as gophers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So, when do you guys want to kind of seek out chat with some of these high-ranking fellows in Sinla society, or are you just going to kind of wait for the Eye of Light to be revealed?
I'm talking to everyone. I want to talk to everyone. Talking is how I experience humanity.
I think I probably want to. What do I want to talk? I kind of want to pick Master Cloud's brain about the possible if they've made any headway trying to find Shambhala.
Okay.
Oh, that is a good topic, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you, statue. All right, so you approach him. He is just kind of carefully intervening in the croquet game, sending gusts of wind to mess up the players there. He's having a good time.
I appreciate that.
And he faces you with his impassive Tibetan mask.
You old trickster. Well, old trickster.
Relatively old, he says.
So how's the search for Shambhala going?
Ongoing.
Oh, come on. You must have something more than just that.
You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to persuade him. So roll heart for him.
Ooh, boy, that's bad for me. That's a 0.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I roll a 10.
Very nice.
Oh, very cool.
At least I never roll a 2 and a 1.
Hopefully that stays with Piers.
We'll see.
He says, he's like, you do seem to be a fellow who is interested in such matters.
I mean, I've rolled with your crowd a couple of times. My daughter Wilhelmina is one of the researchers with Apollina.
Ah, with Sister Apollina.
Yeah, Apollina.
Mm-hmm. Or Sister Apollonia.
Either way, doesn't matter.
I know,
It's
these
just a
pronunciations, it's just a name. A rose by any other name, I read somewhere.
The
Anyway, speaking of which, Shangri-La, as the Westerners call it, Shambhala, as it's actually known.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll use the proper name of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm Australian doesn't mean I'm uncouth.
Oh, perish.
Actually, no, I take that back. It generally does. But not right now.
Perish the thought. It lies in an unearthly dimension. It is not a place to be found even in the highest peak of the Himalayas. But with the right key, the door to Shangri-La can be opened.
I can only imagine what a key like that would look like. As I begin daydreaming as he goes back to tricking and messing with the game in front of him.
Messing up that croquet.
What could it look like? It's probably shiny. Glittering. I
Great.
want it.
Are you approaching anybody, or what are you doing at this party? The cucumber sandwiches are delicious, I should just say.
They're not.
Oh, no, they suck.
I wish I could know.
Oh, yeah, you smashed mayonnaise, cucumbers, and bread all over you.
Just right into a fine paste on your mouth.
Oh, poor statue.
So, did you say that Singh was around?
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to be walking up to him and just be like, "Why am I here? I could be doing so much more research right now. What am I doing here?"
He says, "My friend, it may be regrettable, but the English currently rule our country. It is important to put their minds at ease.
Very well.
A soldier always serves as general.
Very well.
And Lieutenant Flood is probably at this moment letting out a bellicose laughter at some stupid joke and showing off his terrible teeth to everybody. And probably snorting lemonade onto poor Corporal Livingston.
Unfortunately.
How about, Istroff, just make sure I pronounce it right. What are you doing at this party?
It's a party, so I'm going to try to let go of any duties that I can while I can. I'm going to talk to Robbie Rabina if I can. See if I'm going to ask her how tight security is, if she has anything to do with it or not, because I know her faction's pretty guard-like.
Absolutely. She is a scimitar tulwar. I'm not sure what the Indian term is for that particular curved blade, at her side, ready to go.
Yeah, we're pretty nasty. And I'd like to see if I could persuade her to keep an eye on Clancy.
Okay.
Oh.
As an added benefit.
You're going to ask her to keep an eye on Clancy.
Like, watch him because he's shifty, or watch him because he needs protection?
Shifty. Yeah.
Okay, give me a persuade. Well, ask me, first of all, what do you say to her? She doesn't like you particularly much.
Yes, so we understand each other quite well, I believe.
I understand you have demon's blood within you.
That's...
Those are need to know basis.
Hopefully that does not need to be seen. But if you wish me out of your hair, perhaps I could take a walk a while if you could watch after that buffoon over there who tends to get himself in trouble quite a bit. Your prowess, however, is quite remarkable, and everyone knows this.
Alright, give me a roll. Roll with hearts.
Joy. 9. Plus
Okay.
one, so 1.
So, that was a persuade.
Yeah, so it's not going to happen completely, that's for sure.
Right, okay. She says...
They modify the turns.
Yeah, they modify, yeah.
You only rolled a 9, not a 10.
Yeah, I have a plus, I'll get 1.
Oh, man.
Thinking how she'll modify it.
I do.
She'll say...
That's something.
If we can distract Sir Clancy, that'd be easier to handle. Perhaps you could bring his attention to the strange one over there, currently smashing a sandwich into his face. They seem to know each other, after all. Direct his attention towards that one, and that should take care of him.
Okay. So then I'll go over and talk to Clancy, see if we can sort of meet up with this new person.
All right. I'm not gonna have you roll another persuade because that'd be fun.
Okay. Cool.
But Clancy says, yes, that one is quite intriguing. I believe we have met previously.
There's a black eye still.
Yeah. You know how long this takes to heal? It took me 3 pints of goat blood. Ugh, ghastly business. So he accosts you.
As I'm currently wiping my face with a napkin.
You there, mayonnaise cucumber face. Did you not?
Great insult, actually.
Still wiping my face.
Your table manners are worse than your right hook. Wait, no, that's not much of an insult. Anyway, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
Yes, he is.
Indeed.
My apologies. You said what was it? Cucumber mayonnaise?
Cucumber mayonnaise face. Yes, that's my clever name for you.
Well, my face is made of stone, not cucumber.
Ah!
I'm sorry, but that's not what my face is made of.
Do you know this fellow? He asked you.
No, and I don't even see stone either.
Huh.
We see this
My name
illusion.
is Azra. Pleased to meet you.
I am displeased to
If I
meet
could
you.
crush it, I would.
I think it's more likely he'll
feels
crush
stoned.
you.
No, I'm in my human form, yeah, so I can't say if I could.
And have we met before?
Indeed we have. Do you not recall assaulting me with that great bulky fist of yours?
No.
Wait, this is the one that assaulted you?
That is correct, sir.
Assaulted.
You hit him?
I believe, yes, when I first came into
You believe or you know?
Believe. When I first came into the city, yes. Now, I do know. This is a human thing. I remember. Nice. But yes, I punched someone on my way into the city because they were drinking from the neck of some poor woman.
He doesn't seem a threat.
Istrith, this blithering fool annoys me. Please destroy him while I go enjoy some more lemonade.
Annoyance
So that was
fancy
you.
is an issue that you may have to take up. However, if he does try to kill you, then I will be there.
Oh, I won't try to kill him. Only so he doesn't drink people's blood in my presence. Then my instincts will kick in and I will be forced to punch him in the face. Not out of malice. Simply my instincts.
Alright, well, he storms off. His insult backfired, I think.
Did you not want a sandwich? Quite good.
I do not want a bloody
in
sandwich.
his direction.
No! That's horrid.
A
So,
little gravelly.
now it is time for the unveiling of the Eye of Light. Comes out on a special cart covered with a beautiful blue velvet tablecloth. Everyone gathers around, is excited to see it. Ronnie Ravina pulls it free. Oh, you're trying to drink and it's just running down your statuey chest.
It's not as good as I thought it would be.
You are still, aren't you?
I have to keep reminding myself that.
I think she kind of realizes it. So, the black velvet covering, or the blue velvet covering, is whipped away, revealing only a salt shaker. Ronnie Ravina says, it was right here. It's gone. Instantly, Lieutenant Flood says, Stolen? It was one of these natives, I believe.
Wasn't me.
Their wandering hands. It is in their character to steal. And yeah, very. Not a great person, as a lot of imperialists were, I'm sure. So everybody starts to accuse each other.
I'm just sitting back there having known this is a thing, and now the people freaking out about it, like, I want it. I want it for my own.
Ooh.
So I'm going to give it to my ancient appetites. That's not bad. It's 11. Success. So on a hit, my instincts and visions point me towards getting the stone. I want it now. I will have it. And yeah, I'm gonna say it's clearly a trap set by my enemies to lure me out to the open.
Ooh. So you know the stone was taken as a trap to lure you out?
Based on what I see, yes. I see visions and my instincts tell me that this is a bad spot, that somehow the Ordo Draconis is involved in it. They knew I was going to be here or be nearby, and one of their agents somehow was involved in taking it to lure me out and put into a trap.
Okay. You mention it this special order?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I'm keeping that to myself, buddy. But these three here, I'm kind of close enough they can hear me just kind of muttering to myself, I want it.
Well,
yeah, I'm absolutely fine.
He's
You were
muttering
the one
to
who
himself.
right now
I didn't
they're
take it.
they're all accusing each other. Jemadar Singh, he says, those strange mystics of the Shambhala Society, they would stake something like this. They say it is the key to Shangri-La. Why wouldn't they steal it?
I want it.
And Ronnie Ravina says, well, how do we know it was not one of your shadow chakram, one of your brethren, trying to get what magical powers the jewel has?
It has magical powers.
It
It's a
is.
gigantic stone that glitters. Of course it has magical powers.
It's particularly valuable. We must retrieve it. Why did I say that?
If the British wanted to steal it, of course it's valuable and probably magical in some sort of fashion. This sounds looking very pretty.
Is this trinket really that special?
I don't know, but I want it.
Sir Clancy says, it is extremely special. But I suspect the natives also took it. Lieutenant Flood says, yeah, he's horrible. Lieutenant Flood says,
I'm looking.
indeed, it may be if we could perhaps enlist you four to find it. You seem to be a quartet of fellows who know how to handle yourselves.
I don't know what gives you that idea, but yes.
Yes, I am an excellent judge of character,
Is
as
this-
well
is
as
this
all
Flag?
tactical situations. No, this is Lieutenant Flood.
Lieutenant Flood.
Lieutenant
Flood.
Please correct me for not saying lieutenant. I'm sorry, England and your military.
Right, tenants. I'm
Your
sure that
weird
you are a
language.
great judge of character.
Yes, and a judge of every situation I am. Now, I believe that it was taken to the Manticore Caves. That's a collection of caverns built on the hillside below Simla, where all manner of dacoits and thuggy stranglers lurk. It is there they conduct their blasphemous rituals. It is rumored that old Gopal himself lives there.
Really?
The king of the hill country bandits. And Ronnie Ravina says, there's more rumors about him than that. He is supposedly a Rakshasa, going back to far, far in the past, to the age of heroes.
Strange creatures.
One of the few who survived the battles of the gods.
My master who knows him.
Do my visions somehow point me in that direction? Because it says point me towards an acquisition. Do I get a good? Not it doesn't say exactly. Do I get a good feeling about the sounding of this place? It's a
You
possible
get a feeling
location.
there's great magic there. It might not be the stone, but it's worth checking out.
Where else could it be though?
Lieutenant Flood says, "You four should go as scouts, reconnoiter the hills. I shall rally the troops and, along with my corporal here, shall lead them into glorious battle against the dacoits and bandits and thuggies and so on."
Alright, well, let's get
If you
this
think you
over
can
with.
win,
Do the bandits need to be alive?
it's easy to kill them if they're dead. It's easier to win against them if they're dead.
Lieutenant Flood says, "Well, there's always my motto that a fusillade of rifle fire solves every problem."
Every problem. Sounds like a
Yeah.
great motto. It's a great maxim.
It won't be the first time I've killed bandits. They often tried to raid the village I protected. This will be enlightening, I must say.
Very well.
Well, if there's something that looks cool, I might take it anyways. But yes, I'm down. What's your guys' names again? I don't think we all have been introduced. I'm Merle, by the way.
Merle, I'm Azra.
Nice to
make
meet
your
you.
acquaintance. Yeah.
And you?
I'm Onik, but Istroth is...
Trop is easier. And this dour-looking individual.
I'm known as Wraith. Let's just get this over with. I need to
Okay,
get back
okay,
to my
waste.
research.
Okay, waste.
Oh man! Wait.
No, wait,
Or
waste is in
waste,
W-A-I-S-T, not W-A-S-T-E.
And with that, this merry foursome is on the road. So, is there anything you want to check out or investigate, or receive? Prepare, that would be the better word, before you go to the Manticore Caves.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna tell Claggett to keep his prick in his pants and go find a goat or two to suck on for a while.
But goat blood
If I have to
tastes
come
dreadful.
If I have to come running back to save his ass again, he's gonna owe me big cardio tokens.
Okay.
That'd be my big worry with leaving. Would be him getting into some trouble while I'm away, which probably will happen. That's the first thing I gotta take care of.
Could I investigate a place of power and like this area that we're in right now and see if
Clive
there's
Club?
anything? Yeah, and see if there's like any sort of like evidence left.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Then I want to go hit the streets. I want to go visit my
Clive
daughter.
Club is mortality, by the way. Sorry,
Mortality?
Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to actually hit the streets and go find my my daughter, Wilhelmina, and see if she knows of any new or recently inbound intellectuals from England, specifically one of the more prestigious colleges there that I've had run-ins and dealings with in the past, as they're the ones who are trying to kill me.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if any
so
of the one was saying.
you can roll
Draconis
for
is
that.
here.
Let's see how did Istroth do or Wraith do? Sorry, you're
12.
Istroth. You're right. 12. Whoa.
Nice.
All right, you get to ask me
10 plus.
one question about the Clive Club or the Daughters of Durga.
Well, I guess the only question that I can think of is just sort of like what would cause sort of the security of this place with something of such value. Why would it be so lax that it could be stolen so easily?
Okay. Well, you can probably tell that. Let's see. Maybe inside job is the wrong word, but it was like probably taken by a guest at this event. How'd you do for the streets?
Rolled a 4 plus 2, 6. I failed.
Oh no! All
I
right.
mark Wild off.
Yeah, you get to mark wild. So why do you think you couldn't? Like, was your
just-
daughter just busy at the moment?
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out where she was. But just like she usually hangs out in these places. Nope, that was my other kid. Damn it! And I walk back to the
Your
club.
other kid from another life.
Yeah, probably. I've lived many lives. They all get blended together by this point. It's been a couple thousand years.
Yeah. How about our statue? Ezra.
I wanted to put a face to a name, but could I do that for a place instead of a person? Like, what would I know about the Manticore Caves?
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Okay. So what am I rolling?
It would be the faction of knights.
Right.
I've got a 12.
Whoa, some high rolls tonight. All right, you get to mark knight for
2.
sure.
The 4. The 2 2s.
So, for that one, I would say, maybe you've like, in kind of your past life when you were guarding that village in the Himalayas. I mean, there's a bit of a distance between the Himalayas and the Punjab. Not too great a distance, though. I gotta check my maps. I don't know anything about geography. And they don't have a handy map in here that could help me, like with London. Why? Great book. I do love the maps in here. Very helpful.
It's really cool.
Absolutely. But you do probably know that like some bandit gangs have headed out from there, and maybe hit your village. You were also aware that like there was a lot of superstition, like the whole thuggy thing, and that is like not true. There's actually not thuggy stranglers there or anywhere.
Just normal bandits.
Yeah, just kind of. But old Gopal and some Rakshasas do kind of dwell there. So the bandits are sort of like cover for them. But they're not thuggies, and there are no thuggies, and the thuggy strangler thing is a myth.
Total myth.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Indiana Jones.
So don't
Temple of
worry
Doom.
about being strangled. Just be worried about being stabbed in the heart.
Yeah, or like devoured.
Or
I mean,
devoured.
there are worse ways to die.
All right.
There's
So-
several of them.
So you guys arrive at the Manticore Cave. Just because you just took some time off to go deal with these things, you get there just a little bit ahead of the column of like British soldiers, as well as some like local, Sikh rifles who are there to help out, led by Lieutenant Flood and Corporal Livingston. And Lieutenant Flood says they've already like set up their, they've got on their horses and their rifles ready. Lieutenant Flood says, I would suggest a glorious charge into those caves.
On horseback.
Well, it would be on foot.
I think horseback would be a better idea.
No! How could horses fit into the caves? It's also like super steep. We shall progress on our feet.
Tell me, Lieutenant, can you see into those caves?
No!
Well, let us go first, and we'll tell you if it's bad news or not. If we're dead, come charging in. If we're alive, don't.
You did say we were quote-unquote scouts.
Oh, yes, I did, didn't I? Well, anyway, go over there, see who's there, come back, and then we shall charge in, and it will be a glorious victory. Isn't that right, Corporal Livingston? Livingston's just like, yes, sir.
Quite right.
That
Quite
man
right.
looks so disheveled.
Yeah, he looks very disheveled. Don't mind Livingston here.
He gets better with age, like wine.
I look at Livingston and I share his pain.
He just wants to be a
Life of
tobacconist,
service and life of service.
not a hero like me.
Tobacconists are heroes.
Dentists are heroes?
Tobacconists.
Oh, tobacconists.
Dentists also are heroes.
That's true.
Especially this time. You have to be a hero to go visit one.
Oh, absolutely. So, you guys make your way up the slopes. Yeah, it's real painful in the dentist's office.
Shot of whiskey and something to bite on, partially.
There are kind of honeycombed with caves. You head towards the largest cavern. You can see some of these dacoits are looming out of the shadows there. A lot of them got like swords and pistols and or rifles in their belts, sort of watching you warily. There is also further back a humongous, lumbering, furry figure wearing like a big ragged cloak, kind of hiding his features.
Do I know what this figure is? Can I try to put a face to a name?
Yeah. So this faction is wild.
Oh, it's wild?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cool. Redemption roll. 13.
Very nice.
Whoa! Excellent redemption.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
I thought I rolled a 9. Oh, no, 9. 11.
Would you like to know something interesting about him, or would
Yes.
you like him to owe you a debt?
I'd like him to owe me a debt.
Damn. All right, he owes you.
Okay.
This is,
Who is this?
this is Brother Montague Go.
Oh. I heard of Montague.
Yeah, Brother Go is what he's sometimes called on. He is a Yeti, and he also, sort of like you, was a guardian. But he was sort of wandering in the mountains over there, taken in by some monks and raised amongst their own, before finding his way down south. He sort of serves the Shambhala Society as kind of their enforcer and guard, but he sort of does that kind of work for whoever pays the fees. Definitely an imposing figure, but he's got a heart as well. What do you think he owes you for?
So I just thought of this. Brother Go owes me a debt because I scared off by kind of acting as a British person to scare away some locals who were trying to hunt down is it Migo?
Yeah.
Migo.
Well, Brother Go is his
Yeah.
name, but Migo is
The Yeti.
a word for Yeti. Yes.
Yeah, trying to hunt down and kill him. So I got them off of his back.
Okay. So yeah, saved his life. That's definitely a debt. All right. So he's letting kind of a letting out the simmering growl as you approach.
Hello, Brother Go. It's good to see you again.
It is good to see you as well, but I wish you came without this red-coated army below you.
Look, we tried to get ahead of them, but some of us want to take our time, sorry, me included, to try to get some information before we just ran into here, like, right Tenant Flood, or whatever his name is.
I believe Lieutenant is the pronunciation.
I'm sure it
They
is.
have that rank.
But we're in here kind of just making sure, or scouts. Basically, we don't want them to come up in here, and I'm sure you don't want them to come in here. So that's why we're here, is to make sure that everything's okay, and you guys didn't steal the Eye of the Mountain or whatever it's called.
I have light.
Eye of Light.
Hopefully you didn't.
Yeah, do you
I'm
have-
sure they didn't.
I have one of those.
I don't think we do, but if I were you, you might want to speak to Old Gopal.
Points in the right direction?
I could, I'll take you there. He stays out of the light these days, further back in the shadows, but be careful. However, you may wish to give the soldiers down there a little bit of a warning to make sure they don't charge in. They seem most desperate for a blaze of glory.
They do seem to be.
Yeah. It'd be funny to watch, but then a bunch of people would die, and that wouldn't be funny. That wouldn't be funny at all.
I can go down there and warn them. I won't get tired. And I can run back up here pretty quickly.
Sure, ask whatever.
All right. So let's have. Oh yeah, the coolest thing actually just says cool. I love it, Azra. So you just.
That's what humans say, right?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Oh man, dude, this invented. We invented the word cool in 1878.
Buy a golem.
Yes,
So
by the living statue.
that's what the people say. Cool. Yeah, sure.
As in cold.
It is
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, I guess
It is pretty cold. It's got you're in the mountains.
Yeah, I don't know why cool would be the word to use.
It's very. It's
Like,
a
it's
very
cool.
strange.
I'm not sure. It just came out.
Huh.
It works. It sounds really cool.
Cool.
Are you sure you are
He
from
can't
this world?
smile.
He has a thumbs up. I'll take that.
Are you sure you are from this world? You seem strange.
I am from this world. I'm made of this world.
Very well.
I'm just new to the world. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You could say I understand what you're meaning.
So, Azra, you just kind of
Agree to disagree, says the
agree,
No, I
disagree.
actually do understand you.
Just kind of jet off down that hill.
New to this world.
Go talk to Flood.
I understand what it means to feel new to the world.
All right, so you head over. Flood Livingston. Flood is gearing them up for a charge. We'll charge them like we did those Russians in the Crimea when I was with the Light Brigade. It worked out perfectly then. It will work out perfectly now.
Oh boy.
Excuse me.
What? I was about to
Oh, if
start.
you was good that joke.
I was about to start. Yeah, more English major, or I guess history major jokes. I was about to start a rousing
Brigade.
charge up the hill into glory. What were you saying?
There's no need to charge. We have everything under control.
I think you're
And
gonna
I'm
have
pretty
to.
sure you want us to be in control here.
I'm gonna yell out from the cave. Get them home! Just get out of here! Leave! We're cool! We got it! I'm
Is
trying
that
to...
trying to lend a hand?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see how you do with that. So roll with his faction of
That's the caves. Echo.
Wild.
Go with your words.
I'm blanking on the vessel's
Yep.
faction. Okay.
Am I persuading?
Oh no, not so good.
4 plus 2, 6.
Okay, so
So it was a 6, you said?
Yeah. I don't know.
not quite.
Okay. Well, it's gonna go a little. There's a problem with you. Let's see. I'm gonna say your sudden movement and a very nervous Livingston means that Corporal Livingston whips out his Enfield or his, is that the right brand? I don't know. Brand type of rifle.
Lee Enfields, yeah.
Or was it Henry Martini's rifles?
No, I'm sure it's the Enfields.
Enfields. Okay. He swings his bolt action rifle up at you, and is like about to take a shot, being like, "Bandit!" Poor Livingston.
That's not a bandit. You hired us to do our jobs. I'm
Well-
gonna move in front of him and let my facade go down a bit so he sees my unmoving, unblinking face.
Whoa. Sounds like a let it out.
We have the situation under control. This is actually a vessel move. Hideous visage. When I persuade an NPC by revealing my inhuman face and threatening their interests, roll with spirit instead of heart.
Nice.
I have 2 spirit.
That's definitely what you're doing here.
I have like
Very
one,
good.
I have a
Oh,
move
yeah.
like that too.
13.
Very good.
Is it like the vessel or the dragon is kind of similar?
No, mine is for misdirect or tricking people, specifically only those two, by making them believe I'm an important person. It's called Don't You Know Me? I roll with spirit instead of heart.
But
Wow.
Or mind.
It totally works. So, just like realizing that this crazy
For good
statue.
measure, I'm going to bend his gun.
Oh yeah. He's so stunned he lets you do it. Corporal Livingston says, "I just wanted to be a tobacconist." You will. And he drops the rifle. Flood says, "Well, it seems my adjutant locks the heart for this. But you seem to have the matter in hand. I'll let you do your scouting, but don't worry. Soon we shall charge."
Oh, great.
Take your time.
Charge at a snail's pace. We'll see you in 3 days.
I will keep my soldiers' morale up with some rousing round of God Save the Queen. He is the
I
only
know
one
what it
singing.
Can
It's
I ask
terrible.
him a question? I'm going to try
I'm interrupt. You want to interrupt my song? Hold on.
Alright, go with your song. I won't interrupt.
And the rest of us push on towards Old Goldfall. Get on with it!
I will let you catch up. He finishes. It's a short song.
Sorry.
That was a great song. I know that's what people say when something isn't great.
Well, what is your question?
I'm just trying. I wanted to do an intimacy move, and I'm asking a deep question. So, where is your quest for glory going to get you?
Whoa, that's definitely like a question that kind of gets to his heart. He's like, well, I'll earn medals, receive a knighthood, and restore some honor to my family's name. You see, there was another flood, Sir Francis Flood. And though it was nearly 100 years ago, he was such a notorious rake that it rather left a dark cloud all over the flood line. He even went to America and got his hand chopped off. It was terrible.
Oh man, great.
I've been
times.
trying my best
Yeah,
to
going
restore
back.
honor to the floods all my life.
I've heard that these Americans are a strange lot.
Yeah, kinda are.
It's a strange country.
Well,
Never been
within a
there.
couple hundred.
Well, I hope your quest will get you the glory you seek. But not today. Go home.
All right.
You answered me truthfully. I
You
earned
did.
redemption.
Yeah, that's a very cool. So the vessel doesn't get corruption; you get redemption. So it's a kind of a cool opposite.
It's a really, really
Have
fun
to
system.
resist my instincts or perform, intimacy. I don't know how to say the word.
Yeah,
Intimacy.
doesn't
Intimacy.
exactly roll off the tongue.
Yeah. Just asking them personal questions, and if they ask me truthfully, I earn redemption. If they don't, they owe me a debt.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, you head further back up the slope, rejoin your friends, just as Brother goes, leading you into kind of the heart of the mountain.
Crisis averted.
Excellent. Good job.
So,
It's as if you were a dragon yourself,
Why do you keep saying that you are a dragon?
because I literally am.
Interesting.
If he
I
says
mean,
yes.
literally, I'm a dragon. Like I've lived for like 4,000 years, and well,
The more
I would have
demon-
been a dragon if some assholes from this organization called Ordo Draconis basically trapped me and my brood in these bodies. I mean, like, I could die, but if they kill me, it's dead. And if that happens, I wouldn't be anywhere close to me. You've never seen a dragon die. It's something glorious.
Can't say that I have.
Like looking into a burning sun.
Never know.
well,
It's pretty cool.
Fascinating.
I've looked into the sun. It's nothing special.
Okay, well, thanks.
can't exactly get hurt your eyes because they're made of stone. So you arrive at this large interior cavern chamber. There's a bunch of ancient, almost like pre-Hindu ruins just scattered about. It's all lit by torchlight. And there at the center, sitting on a stone, is this kind of small figure bundled up in rags and veils. You can't see too much of his like body. But you can see there is certain animal aspects, like he's got weird tiger claws for hands. Maybe they even go backwards, like the Rakshasa we all know and love in Dungeons and Dragons. But he has sort of like long curling fangs creeping out of the veils there.
Hello?
Yeah, as soon as you arrive, old Gopal just leaps up, goes up to the ceiling, and starts crawling around there above you,
That is not creepy at all.
looking like he's about to drop down Spider-Man style and attack.
That's
Could
very
you not,
rude.
please? I mean, like, seriously, could you not?
Do we know who this is coming into the cave?
Well, he certainly knows you, but you might need to
Don't
put
go.
yeah, but you might need to put a face to a name to see how much you know about him.
Alright.
He's sort of like looking down at you.
This guy just did some.
Some
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah, what is
stuff.
I had
Yeah,
no
roll
idea.
roll
We just did the
Was it
ring.
wild?
or knight.
Oh, he's 9?
Not bad.
Yeah, so 9.
Not bad at all.
Ooh. Okay. So with a 9 for... Okay, so for this one... Yeah, you know what most people know about him.
Gotcha.
Which is that he's ancient, he's very powerful, he is definitely not human, and he serves powers that are sort of opposite those of the gods and beyond human comprehension. So he's sort of on par with like your master.
Okay.
In fact, he like recognizes that. He's like looking down, staring at you, and he says, "You serve another.
Always.
Has he commanded you to enter my den?"
Surprisingly, no. This is of another accord. I would be here not as you see me if it was by him.
And what about you? There's an intriguing smell about you as well.
What's the ability? I need to find it. I'm gonna try to trick him into thinking I'm not a dragon. or not of notes. Just that I'm some sort of lesser Australian noble. It's like, don't you know who I am? I'm Sir. I'm Sir Merle. I'm Sir Merle Winthrop of Australia. I'm one of the good lords there. Do you not know who I am? I try to distract
On
them.
the largest wallaby farm.
I have more ruse than you have more room anywhere for.
More ruse than you can imagine. So many koalas.
See, I'm gonna try to mislead. See, that's a 13.
Okay, he's gonna buy it.
So I'm gonna confuse him for some time, so he doesn't. So I'm trying to confuse him for some time, so that if we make the wrong step, he's not like immediately gonna go after us. Also, think I want to avoid further entanglement. I want him just kind of pass over me and move on to the next person. Just like, I don't know what a Draconis is, but they're here somewhere. I'm like, let's keep that going. And then I'm gonna expose a flaw or weakness in this individual.
Okay.
What's something that they would be easily mollified by?
Alright. I'm gonna say some way you could easily sort of calm him down, get him on your side, is that he is a pragmatist. He wouldn't be around for this long if he wasn't. And his continued survival is probably the most important thing to him.
Okay.
His attention turns to you, Wraith, and he's like, what about you, little man? I can see you long for knowledge and power. Is that why you come here?
The knowledge that I seek is probably not something that you would know.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Have you heard of...
There's very little that old Gopal doesn't know.
I'm sure, but I'm not sure if you have heard of the world of Solanisa.
He says, it sounds somewhat familiar. A neighbor of Shambhala, perhaps?
Oh.
Another world that is close to ours. A hidden, better place.
It is.
I've sought it for many years.
This world that I've discovered and with it have this current life is sort of... I can't remember. I feel like I've been there, but I cannot say. It just feels very close to me, and I want to know why.
Well, if you find Shangri-La, please tell me the way. So he's calmed down a little bit. He's not attacking you outrightly.
Okay, no, I haven't struck on a deal with him, so...
I should look at my...
So we're here looking for something.
Well, everybody's looking for something. What do you seek?
There's this thing called the Eye of Light. I never got a chance to see it.
I know, I really want it.
It's very true.
It would have been nice to look at.
That came out wrong. I mean, I want to find it. I want to find it.
Someone with your
There was my confusion for 1 second for some time. I just burned it myself.
Someone tells me you speak your mind truly.
I mean,
I think someone's going to have to roll persuade on him.
I mean, it's fortunate that you don't
Try again.
steal it.
Well, perhaps if you help us, I can...
Oh, I think this guy, or this
Oh,
guy's
you
trying
wanna
to
do it?
strike a
Yeah.
deal.
I'm actually going to try and strike a deal. And I'm
Yeah,
going to
do someone a favor.
And I'm going to mark corruption because of it.
Ooh.
Because it's my corruption move. Because I am striking a deal with someone dark and powerful.
Well, he certainly is that. All right,
Yes.
so Old Gopal says,
With your aid, I may be able to give some information of the world that I seek and possibly the one that you do.
okay. He says, and I will tell you what I know of the Eye of Light. In return, if you do find Shangri-La, you must tell me about it so I can either go there myself or send some of my dacoits, some who are like him, my little puppets, into that famed city in the mountains.
I will see what I can do.
They're not actually puppets, right?
I speak metaphorically.
Okay. That's acceptable.
Old Gopal, very well read. He knows there's between a simile and a metaphor. Absolutely. He says, the eye of... So he says, the eye of light, it is indeed an eye because it points the way to Shambhala. It lets you see, if you take it to a certain high peak when the sun is right, you'll be able to see your way into this other world where Shambhala awaits. You can even enter it. That is why it is so sought after and why so many have died to possess it. Who stole it now?
We don't know.
Well,
we're trying to find
I
them.
mean, I have some ideas, but
And
I
probably
will
kill them
say,
when we
from
find
my
them.
knowledge, it was someone in the party.
it was not any of the Rakshasas, not any native who are here.
makes sense. I never thought so either.
As far
A
as
foreigner, an outsider, only one of those would be foolish enough to take it.
Very true.
Someone who seeks the power that lies within Shangri-La.
It's a lot of people.
Someone who might send someone else on a wild goose chase.
Say the English.
Why not direct someone away from what you want them to do?
Yeah, who was doing that again? Was that Flood? Telling us to go get us away.
It wasn't Flood who sent him after him.
Who sent us on this?
Was it Sing?
No, remember, if you remember at the party, it was...
Colonel Gabriel.
No. Sir Clancy was the one who tried to get you away from him by having you bother Azra.
God damn it, Clancy. I liked him for about half a second.
Yeah.
I liked him. And
Old
then he
Gopal
pulled a
says-
Quincy.
Old Gopal says, "Oh yes, little Clancy.
Isn't he part of your crowd or something?
Well, he's come here seeking wisdom.
Is he here right now?
He is not. It does that he would take the Eye of Light, that he would try and find Shambhala and try and steal some of its power, makes a great deal of sense.
Let's go deal with him like anybody's ever dealt with Quincy and kick the hell out of him.
He's been disloyal. We have to hunt him down.
I don't know about disloyal. Trickery, sure.
Gopal says, "Do what you will, but if you could bring him back to me, the Rakshasas will discipline him."
That sounds fun.
Well, I can't promise that I'll be bringing him anywhere. Our goal is to find this Eye of Light. And if it means finding Clancy to do it, then we'll find Clancy to do it.
All right.
What does he have over you?
Nothing.
Why are you helping him?
Because I have to.
Ooh. So,
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
Brother Go says,
So that's not something that he has over you, someone else has over you.
he's peering into this inner chamber, and he says, "Gentlemen, I'm afraid your red-coated friends are starting to move.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
You had better go talk to them and
Let's
calm
go
them
deal
down."
with them.
Very well.
They're trying it even after I told them not to.
Yeah, because
Well-
they're English.
Well, you delayed them.
The English are a very interesting lot.
Stupid.
If you're English, I apologize. I mean, I guess you're...
My character's Australian.
Yeah,
so it's
if you're
okay.
Australian, I apologize as well.
I don't think they would really mind my interpretation. At least about trying the accents. I have enough respect for Australian people that I wouldn't.
To everyone and anyone, we apologize.
Yeah, we apologize. Look, it's
Yeah,
not like
but-
the United States has done a whole host of terrible things around the world as well, and I'm sure we'll get to a lot of them on
Recently.
this show. Yeah. But for now, yeah, it's British imperialism, so it's going to be some bad, stupid things.
All good.
All in good fun. So you head out just as Lieutenant Flood is starting to send the beginnings of his line of redcoats up the hill to certain doom.
Flood, you're an idiot.
What did you say?
Said you're an idiot.
So
don't you know who I am?
Oh, you.
I'm pulling this again.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
I am one of the Australian nobility. I'll pull that card. I am a being older than you can even imagine. I know beings older than you can even imagine. And trust me, once I'm done with you, Francis Flood will not be the only one missing a hand or two.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna lend you a hand.
Good, I needed it.
How'd you do with the lend a hand?
What is their faction?
Mine is wild.
Cool, that puts that to an 8.
Cool, that brings mine to a 7. With your +1 and my +2, I rolled a double 2 again.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, it's a 7.
He says, well, I'll see you here, Mr. Australian.
So yeah, I'm going to have them. I'm going to cause them confusion for some time and create an opportunity for someone in their ranks to step up and direct them away, especially after I've embarrassed their commanding officer.
Yeah, he's certainly like flummoxed by this outburst, and is like, he sort of lowers his sword in confusion, stopping this would-be charge before it even began.
Lieutenant, it seems
Right,
we
did
were
it.
all duped by a certain Claggett.
Oh, I never liked that dandy.
Nor did your ancestor.
That's true, I suppose. Well, it was the uncle of the Claggett, though. How has he been alive for that long? That brings another matter.
I think it's just a hereditary name, not necessarily the same person.
Yes, that makes sense. Anyway, what has little Clancy done?
It seems that he is the one who stole the eye.
What?
In search of Shambhala?
Oh, that does make a kind of sense. You are going to have to roll Persuade, but he's definitely like leaning to buy it. So maybe not too high on Persuade.
9 plus heart?
Persuade is plus heart, yes.
Yep, which is straight nothing, so 9.
Okay. He
We're the
says,
least heart groupie. Right
well,
now.
there may be some truth to the matter. Let's return to the Clive Club. It's about, any time is tea time. So let's discuss the matter over some tea. And he calls over to his soldiers. Sorry, fellows, charge is over. Turn around, we're going back home. Tea
Are we going
awaits.
for tea?
They are relieved they don't have to charge up into certain doom. I'm sure Corporal Livingston's
They
like,
all owe me a debt.
well, you want Corporal Livingston? Well, he was the one who really did it. You just confused him for a little. I don't know.
I'll
No, it
claim
was
the debt.
it was a team effort. A team effort.
Yes, it was a team master. Good job, Waste.
So everybody makes their way back to the Clive Club, and when you get in, it looks like a battle is about to break out right there on the croquet field.
What's going on?
Great.
Yeah, the
Okay.
shadow.
That's fun.
Yep, the Shadow Chakram is on one side. They've got like Gallight has like pulled his kukri out. Singh is also like he actually has a chakram, which is this like silver kind of or golden, not golden, this metal like lethal throwing hoop that they would use.
Yep.
It's like a projectile.
So cool.
Yeah, one of the coolest weapons of all, I would say. So he's got that ready. On the other side, Daughters of Durga, both Rani Ravina, who was there with her sword drawn, and the Tipu Sultana, who is a young woman, an inventor who claims to be descended from the Tipu Sultan who used like rocketry against the British back in the day. And she supposedly keeps up her ancestors' tradition of inventing weird, crazy weapons. She is like what looks like a kind of wacky rocket launcher. A very steampunk weapon of her own design.
That's right there.
Yeah, that she is getting ready to wield.
Can I just say, I want it.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Sorry,
You might
I have to
want
put
some
at least
refresh.
one more time. I don't give this resolved or not, but I really want to. That's an 11. So yeah, it's.
I don't think Ordo would
I mean, it's located somewhere inherently dangerous to me and my allies. It's in the middle of a brewing battle.
No, they haven't started fighting yet. They're like, it's
Like
Mexican
it's in a
standoff.
brewing battle, not a battle. It's like, guys, I really want that rocket launcher so badly. It just looks cool. Did you not see all that clockwork stuff?
It's very fascinating.
Anyways, we should probably break up the fight, to be
I
honest.
don't understand the desire.
The Slippy statue
You wouldn't,
doesn't
you're
want a
not-
rocket
you're not a
launcher.
dragon.
But why? Why do dragons want things such as that?
It's because, to be honest, dragons just want everything.
From what I know, it is known as hoarding.
I mean, I call it a very large appetite.
Azra, do you want to try your intimacy move for this? I think this might count if you're asking him like.
Yeah, I was trying to do that.
Okay.
And I think he answered truthfully.
Yeah, I did answer truthfully.
I
Dragons
believe
just
so.
have an inherent wish to take things.
He's not lying. But if you do that, you might spark a battle.
As part of my intimacy move that I want to use here,
Mm-hmm.
I ask you to affirm something beautiful about my draconic nature. And if you don't, we'll see what happens.
Oh. This kind of plays into my instinct to serve the powerful.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna resist my instinct.
Oh no!
Keeping
right.
my cool.
Like derailing the story here.
10.
Okay.
So I resist that. I am not going to do what you say. I'm just not. It's just, I don't understand why you're doing this.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, an angry Australian.
An angry dragon.
An angry Australian dragon.
I'll tell you what it is. So, if they refuse my request, I must take something from you to silence my insecurities.
Everything on me is stone now. Can't we just put this behind us? Can't we all
Yeah,
just put this
sure.
behind us?
Put it behind us.
Alright. And we shake hands.
Okay.
Well, we'll see what happens there. All right, so what do you guys like kind of say to calm down? Because the Shadow Chakram and the Daughters of Durga, I mean, they've like India's full of, it's a super diverse place. Sometimes all the different religions and groups there get along. Sometimes they don't. And this looks like one of the times that they're about to not get along. So, like, some insults are going back and forth. Weapons are starting to flash. What are you guys doing to calm them down?
We can tell them that Claggett took it.
I'm gonna antagonize Ravi and say, "Who'd you piss off this time?"
Whew.
Oh, man. She glares at you and she's like, "Hold your tongue, demon."
Holy shit. I mean, seriously.
Perhaps, you'll be slain after we take care of these men.
I mean, there's no need for this hostility. We
Well-
know who took the Eye of Light.
You do?
Yeah, it was what's his face? Clancy Claggett?
We have a possibility that it was Clancy.
I mean,
Clancy.
he's not here. And you guys are now fighting, and he's scurried off to some places unknown. I don't see any other British around here.
You kept an eye on your goats.
Such a weird thing to say in this particular moment.
The poor goats, they're probably drained.
So Colonel Gale says,
What is wrong with you?
"Do you hear? It sounds like someone turned on the funicular, going to the slopes up the mountain there." And everyone kind of looks, and you see, yeah, it is Sir Clancy. The funicular is like sort of a kind of a railroad that goes up a hill,
Oh, okay.
and there's a little tram booth kind of thing that is going its way up to the peak. And inside, you can make out Clancy with a goat that he's holding close to himself.
We must protect that goat. I'm charging after him.
What is with him and goats? I have so many questions.
Before you start going, Ravina says, wait. You'll never catch him on foot.
I'm still trying to go.
Well, I appreciate
I'll wait
your
around.
desire, but
How far is the trail thing?
it's too far and too steep. That's why we have the funicular. But there's
No,
another way.
I was talking about like to get into it. I was gonna see. If
Oh.
I was gonna see if I could teleport.
Okay, well, you can do that, but she's going to reveal something to everybody else. However,
Charge
if
up.
you go to... So you teleport in. If you go to the stables, ask for my elephant. You can take that. You can take him up the hill. He's a good beast, and he'll get you there.
I'm cool with that. I've never ridden an elephant before. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I really want to, actually.
I lived a long time. I've never ridden an elephant. That's really kind of a letdown.
All right, well, it's time to hop on that pachyderm and play him out.
I would resist my instinct, but this is more of a redirection. I'm getting on an elephant, and I'm still chasing down Claggett
Yeah.
and saving that goat.
Man, what
All right.
is the
So that makes
All
sense.
life is sacred.
You guys get onto the elephant. It races up, and this is a, pretty substantial beast. Got
I
a
would
nice
hope so,
little,
man.
it's got a nice little howdah there. I wonder who is being mahout and like riding actually behind the head, controlling the elephant.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll let the demon do it.
Yeah, we get our demon as the mahout. So as you guys are going up, you appear right next to Sir Clancy inside this ornate tramway as it's heading up to the hillside.
Clancy, you are quite the fool.
No, you are. Who are you?
That's
Mr.
a good
Appearing
question.
Fellow? Because you don't want to reckon with I, Master Vampire of the Himalayas.
I have dealt with many of your kind.
He is going to try... He actually, snaps his fingers. Mm-hmm. Oh, and you can see, by the way, he's wearing the Eye of Light, this massive diamond, on, a medallion around his neck.
Okay, as he snaps, I'm going to put up a shield.
Okay.
So spend one of my hold.
Oh, yeah, you can check that. Did you already do the thing where you summoned your power? For
Yes,
the
I
spells?
marked corruption to.
Ooh, okay.
And because of my what is it called? My focus, I get an extra hold
It's real
on
good.
that channel. So I had 4, used 1 to teleport, and now I'm using another one.
All right. What the spell did is that it summoned 3 tulpas. They're different colors, and they're kind of these floating wind spirits. Look a little like living clouds that are forced into humanoid forms that are flashing around, flying over the funicular in the mountainside. They're going to try and knock you out. So they will do some damage to you, but your shield protects you. But I do want you to do keep your cool to stay in the funicular, in the tram. How'd you do with keep your cool?
There it is.
That's plus spirit.
Spirit. So
It's wizard stuff.
6.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm going to say because you won't take any harm. However, you are knocked out of the tram, and you are kind of falling down the side of the mountain. It's pretty steep. The shield's protecting you, though, from getting, broken bones on these frozen rocks. Alright, let's start. We'll go this way. Starting with our statue. Azra, what are you doing?
Alright, we're still on the elephant, right?
Yeah, it's catching up, though. You're pretty close. You can see these tulpas floating around.
Do I see the elephant?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely close behind us.
Teleport.
Oh, man. All right. You are safely in the howdah of the elephant.
Alright, I'm gonna jump. What is Clegg riding at? Is a little stagecoach?
How was the train?
It's a funicular, so it's like a little kind of open...
Funicular.
Yeah, it's like a little tram train
How
thing.
is
Cool.
it?
I'm gonna jump on the funicular.
I mean, that's a
Whoa.
collective thing to do.
Okay. I would say roll acrobatics, but this isn't D&D. Roll, I would say let it out for this. Unless you have, is there a special vessel power?
The only thing right now is only flesh. When I come directly at a target, without concern for my own well-being, get +1 armor. 1 armor, yep. And if you're
Okay.
doing so in the service of one of my instincts, get 2 armor.
I would say you get 2 armor for this, because the instinct is to protect that goat.
Yep.
Right.
To hunt this yeah. To hunt
I mean,
the
and to get the
disloyal.
jewel that could open a portal to Shangri-La, but mostly the goat, I guess, at this point.
Hey, as I said, all life is sacred, according to that weird religion that I have no idea what it is about.
Awesome. Okay, give me a let it out.
12.
Whoa. Okay, you only do corruption, and you get to pick another one. You get +1 forward.
Ignore the corruption or choose another on the list.
Yes.
I'm just going to ignore the corruption because that's going to do 2 harm to me. Take definitive hold of something vulnerable or exposed.
What do you think it's going to be?
Clag it.
Ooh. All right. So you just wrecking ball style, smash him through the roof and just grab hold of him.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
He's like, well, but isn't a sandwiched face?
Not funny.
You've stolen
I'm
something
taunting Clag
which
it from
is
the
not
distance.
yours. Release it.
Mm.
And the jewel.
What is
God dang it, dude.
I'm blanking on your name. What is Istroff doing?
My eyes go black as soon as you grab a hold of him, and I'm gonna have to let it out.
Oh
Shouldn't lay
no!
hands on him.
I was worried / hoping this would happen. All right.
So that's not good. That's a 7, but I still get my 1, and I owe my patron another debt.
Oh no! So are you assuming your demonic form?
Yeah, I'm assuming my demonic form. So as that happens, I basically my eyes go black, and everything else on me just gets like sort of misty and smoke, like because that's the heritage of my patron. I get claws, and I'm going to put. Where are we exactly? Am I still on this elephant?
Yeah. I mean, you were the Mahout. So
And how far away is this?
the tram on the funicular, I would say it's like within jumping distance.
Okay, so I'm gonna
just jump.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to try my best to get in between the two of you. Say back off.
Whoa. Okay. For that one, give me a. Let's see. I mean, you're not pretty empty. Okay. Why don't you roll another let it out for that one?
Okay. 7. Just a different way.
Okay, so you pick one of those. You were able to successfully pop yourself between the living statue and the vampire.
You can't really move the statue, but you're like right in the middle of the arms.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello. I'm currently trying to do something, so if you don't mind.
Ezra, if you're just after the goat, take the goat. Don't
It's
touch
not
the wagon.
just the goat. He's been disloyal, and he must be punished.
Who?
Everyone. He's stolen something that which is now his.
Sir Clancy says, "Well, it wasn't really stealing. I mean, it was. I took it by mistake."
We all know that's not true.
Bullshit, and you know it.
Your jokes are as good as your lies. Terrible.
Shut up, Australian fellow, and mayonnaise, cucumber face, and you, appearing man.
That's not my face.
Appearing man.
Clancy, now's not the time for insults. You're in a world of mess right now.
Precisely the time for insults. The Tulpas are going to start rushing down to defend him.
I would like to use elementalism and.
Oh, let's have Sorry, I don't want to cut you
fine.
off. We'll just have. You'll do that right after we.
Still on the elephant and they're all over there.
Yeah, but it's pretty close. I mean, the elephant's a fast beast. It's
Not being driven by
tromping
anything
its
right
way.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the problem. No one's driving it.
I know. And also, something else bad's about to happen to you.
Do you know how to
What?
drive
What's
an
about to happen?
Oh, you'll see. What do you,
Some.
yeah. What do you do?
I'm gonna jump for it.
Oh man, everyone's jumping off the elephant. I love it. Okay.
Can I actually, I guess not. I was gonna say let it out, but that wouldn't make really a whole lot of sense because I want to try to call my draconic soul to at least assist me in this. But I don't have any dragon powers.
Okay.
Sucks being immortal. So I guess I'm just gonna jump to it, hoping
right.
that something happens.
Give me a let it out.
Do it. Drive by.
That's
elephant.
a 12.
Whoa, nice. Okay. You can avoid the corruption, or pick one from the list there.
I think I'm going to frighten and intimidate. I'm gonna try to intimidate Claggett to giving it up peacefully and just going about his day and like, this is not a fight you really want to get into, boy.
Whoa. Well, I think expertly jumping from the elephant back onto the funicular and landing like right there in the middle of it is pretty scary. So even as a vampire, there are some things he's afraid of.
It's easier just to give it up, go on with your life. You're a disgrace, at least you're alive.
He's starting to like kind of shrink back.
No offense to your...
All right, let's have
So the elementalism was I'm conjuring wind to try and dissipate the, or at least get them.
Oh yeah, the Tulpas are about to hit back. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
All right, Wraith, let's have you roll.
So it's
For the, unleash some
Does
wind.
Yeah. Do I roll unleash or is it just a thing?
I think it just happens if you check
Spell.
it off. Yes,
Okay.
that's how this.
So I guess it would be I guess it counts as a 2 harm area, close area.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'll count it. So yeah, all of them. So all these tulpas get blasted by wind. They're kind of multicolored, but these humanoid figures, all of them get blasted back away from the funicular. Claggett is looking a lot weaker
and I
and worried.
go to the elephant and start steering.
I haven't let him go.
Oh, you go onto the elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it picks you up with his trunk and kind of puts you back.
Well, no, I was already on the elephant.
Oh,
Teleported
right, you
there,
teleported there,
so-
of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least someone has our escape route covered.
Well,
Somebody was driving.
you might need it more because
Wasn't me.
suddenly
Son of a bitch.
there is lurking around the mountainside a number of tweedy, scholarly-looking gentlemen emerge from the snowbanks and crevices. It is the Ordo Draconis, led by an academic individual who you as players all know, Professor Rufus Crumb.
Ah, son of a bitch! Ah, no!
Yes, he's a member of so many great fraternities.
Oh,
organizations.
I hate that guy so much.
He's in the Esoteric Temple of Thoth, and he's also in the Ordo Draconis.
Oh my gosh.
He somehow manages to tilt a howitzer in front of the funicular. Like a little cannon there.
Boys, you better watch out. We're about to have a third party interrupt us.
Yeah, you've got a third party. And he lights the fuse and says,
I need to
"Well,
rechannel.
toodaloo, Mr. Dragon."
Okay, yeah. So I just rechanneled. Sorry.
You, Crumb!
That was the profanity is most uncalled for. Have a cannonball.
That's not a word I've ever heard.
Yeah, it
before.
fires at the funicular.
Yeah. So with
Oh, hold on.
Let's make fun of the party.
so with the channel, I'm gonna put up a shield on everyone.
Oh,
So,
nice. Okay. Does it protect the funicular or like just these guys as people?
it says yourself or someone nearby.
So it's people, not like the
Yeah.
object. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so it's the cannonball salts the funicular, which gets blown apart. You put one around Claggett.
He's a fanbite. He'll survive.
I'm still
Yeah, but it
holding
might piss
him.
him off.
I mean, only if it kills him. And it wasn't your fault. It was
That's true.
mine.
It wasn't.
It was the Order Draconis who came in
And
and
I-
did this.
They did.
No,
fire.
yeah. I will say that I
Yeah, it's up to you,
conveniently
Ray.
forgot.
Oh man! All right.
Accidentally.
Forgot.
So the
yes.
funicular trolley blows up. Its bars and wheels or whatever are scattered all across the mountainside. Claggett goes flying, and the jewel rips free of his hand, falls into the snow.
And with that, I will teleport to it.
Oh well, let's let someone else go.
I was also gonna make a
No,
leap
yeah, go
for
for
it.
it.
Yeah. Well,
I
right now.
want
no,
it.
yeah, no, you go for it. Actually.
Okay, well, all of Ordo Draconis is like starting to come out, aiming their weapons down
That's
at you. and
fine.
everybody
I
else.
want it.
Ooh.
I'm gonna.
As soon as I
Alright.
see him going, I'm like,
Let's have you go, and then I'll check in with you guys.
So I'm gonna try to just run over there and give it to my draconic instinct and just make a mad dash for it. I'm
Okay.
trying to let it out. Let out the dragon inside of me. That's an 11. No, it's a 10. Sorry, it's a 10.
Whoa, okay. You race over, you manage to get the jewel.
Taking
Just
hold of
then.
something vulnerable and exposed.
Uh-huh.
Gem, it's mine now. Cool, I don't want any more.
Alright. Azra. Or Azra.
yeah.
So,
What do I do with this?
he is the jewel, which is starting to... All this energy and chaos around it causes it to, like, pulse with an internal blue light. So it's doing something. The
dear.
tulpas are starting to fly back down, swarming in to try and take it. Also, Ordo Draconis. They're emerging from their clever hiding places and also kind of closing in. Crumbles is rolling in the cannon.
Dude.
That is the cause of all of this.
Yeah.
I think I know what I need to do. I'm going to resist another instinct to protect something valuable. Dang it.
Oh no, we can re-roll that. Got some
I don't
dice
even know what
down.
the
Can I,
first
can, I,
one
can I
rolled.
assist in this and by yelling out, break the damn thing?
Actually,
Ooh, okay.
I'll stay with the roll.
Oh.
That's a 10.
Am I?
Alright.
So, mark redemption. And I'm going to break the jewel.
Whoa, okay. You shatter that jewel, and for a moment, Yeah. Bits of diamond go like everywhere. You're strong enough to do that with that roll.
Stone fists.
Mm-hmm. And a weird mist floats up from the remains. Everybody stops, even the Tulpa stop, and everyone is staring as there is, hovering there, within reach, a portal to Shangri-La.
Does this look similar to the portal in my sanctum?
Perhaps a little bit. You can see, like, a beautiful monastery hillside village. Can't quite see anybody who's in it, but you can see, like, the prayer wheels and flags are all set out. And it looks like, yeah, a peaceful utopia full of impossible magic lurking just there.
Let's go fuck it up.
That's what Sir Clancy wants. He's pulling himself back up, taking the goat under his arm. The goat
Unhand
survives.
it.
What's that?
Unhand it. You're not going anywhere.
Well, I would like to go into Shangri-La and take it over.
You're not going.
I would like to come back to my cousin and say, Shangri-La's mine. You have your stupid lordship. I have Shambhala.
I'm gonna grab him by the throat.
Ah!
You're not going.
I think I want you to do an unleash attack on him. And then let's see what our demon is doing. Uh-oh.
12.
Oh, man. Sir Clancy! Alright. So with a 12, you get to terrible harm or take something from him.
Take something from him. His ability to defy me. No.
Oh. Alright, you
break
break
his spirit.
Yeah, as well as quite a few bones in his neck. You broke enough him that he's like, very well, Shangri-La shall not be mine.
Good. I unhand him. That wasn't hard at all, was it?
What about Istrath?
As your arm reaches out, I try to chop it off.
Go ahead.
Alright, give me an unleash the attack.
Damn it.
Why'd you roll there?
Shit.
Okay.
What's your blood
It's an
stat?
8. It's an 8, so I do hit you.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
have a +3 blood?
Yes.
What
I'm an
the?
assassin.
Oh my god!
Sweet.
Very intense. Alright, you can take... Actually, is the shield still up?
Yeah, I haven't taken it down.
Well, does it like... After it absorbs a cannon shot, would it still be around? Or does it like go away after it
I
takes some
don't
damage?
know how shielding actually works. It just
okay.
says it provides +1 armor to.
Alright, well I'm gonna say like, being hit with a cannon and not taking any damage,
Oh, it
that's...
does say until the end of the scene.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Alright, so you take faint harm, I would think.
I do have 2 armor.
Okay, I guess you don't take faint harm. But you are... It did cut through the rest of his armor.
Damn it.
So you hurt him. And I mean, it is stone though.
Ow.
So so it wasn't quite able to save Sir Clancy. He was now
Yeah.
crawling your direction, being like, protect me!
It's alright. I'm not going to hurt him.
It was a hit of 4, so whatever that would do.
So 2, I think 1 Grievous. Yeah.
Would you say they cut off at least like maybe a finger?
Oh yeah, I would think so. That's pretty grievous.
Just kind of.
He can grow back. He's stone.
Well,
He literally just eats stone.
you can glue it on.
Yeah.
So then I followed it up with back off now, Azra, or it's chop again.
My job is done. He's not going anywhere. I'm done.
Can I
It's
grab?
okay.
Can I
It's
grab
cool.
the finger and then run through the portal and yelling back at Azra like,
I will say.
"I'm taking your finger, bitch!" and then jumping through the portal.
Oh no.
As this is happening, I teleport into Shangri-La.
We both go through.
Alright.
And with that, I'm actually going. I was hoping to investigate a place of power within Shangri-La.
Alright, well let's roll the investigative place of power. Shangri-La is power. Let's see how well you do, and that will tell me how
Damn.
to get into it. How we do?
10 plus.
It's 11.
Whoa. Okay. You zapped your way into Shangri-La. So you're in there,
I'm just grabbing the finger and jumping through.
and with the investigation, give me. I mean, you can kind of ask the question as well if you'd like to.
Well, the question I want to is this either? Yeah, I'm going to say like, is this the same place that I discovered?
Maybe I'll leave it up to you and your character. Do you think this would be like... Do you think it would be the same place? Like, would that be a good kind of arc for your character here? Or is it like something similar but not quite?
I would say it's...
Or it's like connected to the portal, but you still gotta do a little bit more research there?
It's connected in that it's the polar opposite.
Oh, so you wanted to go to the bad place, and this is the good place?
Kind of. The world... I don't remember what transpired within the world that I discovered. And that's one of the reasons why I want to learn more about it. And discovering this peaceful place and realizing that it's opposite to where I feel that I've been, it's actually scaring me.
Ooh, okay. So you're in there, and maybe within Shangri-La you can figure out a way to reach the dimension that you want to go to. Because there's like, untold magical knowledge there. Meanwhile, our dragon, you're trying to go in. However, the howitzer did take another shot at you. So I want you to do a keep your cool and see how well you do that with that.
It's 9.
Hey.
Okay. You can either take a great deal of damage and enter Shangri-La with, like, the highest level of harm for getting hit with a cannonball, or you can take no harm and miss your chance to enter Shangri-La.
I'll take the no harm miss by chance to Shangri-La and then book it out of the scene. Just like, shit, and just run. So that's Merle returns again.
Ooh, alright, so you, like, just roll over, the cannonball just flies past you.
And I just book it down the mountain and out of danger, like, nope, I am not doing this.
And you are running away. Professor Crumbles, not a great runner, but he's trying his best to follow you, but he won't catch up.
Not today, Crumbles, not today!
Wait, you horrid dragon!
I'll never tell.
As you ride away.
With one carrying his finger.
Well,
Currently scratching it. Yeah.
It's like,
Poking it.
That's
let
weird.
me go.
But I did say that I was going to steal something from you, and I stole your finger.
So, it's only... You stole his finger. Pull my finger.
Pull my finger.
Pull your
Make that
finger.
joke always, though.
So, it's only Azra and Istrith left.
It stops.
Professor... Oh, and Sir Clancy, but he's in no position to do much of anything. Professor Crumbles, like, he chases you down for just, like, a step or two, and he's like, oh, sod it all, and lets you go. He comes back up, and you can see Shangri-La's flickering. He says, gentlemen, there may indeed be nirvana within, but perhaps your special talents might be better served if you remain upon this plane of existence. There's no telling what dangers could wait there as well, or what wonders are here. But I shall leave the choice up to you. Do you wish to enter this Shangri-La, or stay here in our poor world?
As I
I'm staying here.
As
You're
I
already inside, like,
Yeah.
as I reach towards it, does my physical form change at all?
Oh, okay. I'm going to say your mortal form can indeed slip out and enter Shangri-La, leaving the demon party behind. So you can escape. All right.
There's no hesitation.
Yeah, you leave the Demogorgon's influence and you enter this
Totally.
this peaceful place.
you're now aware.
What about Azra?
One last thing to... I don't know. Is he the professor considered powerful?
I mean, moderate. Yeah, I would say so.
Alright, I'm gonna
He made a
define
dragon
him.
flee and tear. I think it's...
Yeah, and he was like unwrapping mummies and everything.
Dang.
And he was organizing a butterfly hunt. So
I know!
Very powerful.
Very powerful.
Dang, so I only got a 6 on resisting that instinct.
Uh-oh.
Ah, well. So it seems like Nirvana is, well, above me. I can't reach it right now.
Professor
Perhaps
Crumble
it's not
says,
time.
that is perhaps the wisest decision of all. Well, come with me, my friend. I shall find a place for you in London.
It's not all bad. I still need to learn about these creatures called humans.
Ah, don't we all? And as
Plus,
you guys...
they stole my finger. I
Oh,
would really like it back.
yes. I would like him So I believe our purposes align. And with that, heading down the mountain towards the elephant they can ride back. I think the beginnings of a beautiful friendship. So
I love this character really a lot.
yeah, I think you made some cool characters here, and even though some of them end up in Shangri-La, I mean portals to and from this dimension happen all the time, so you can always end up back.
Oh, my character is researching the heck out of Shangri-La and seeing if they're like all of the correlations within Shangri-La and the correlations with the Solanisa.
Ooh. Okay, well you can kind of decide if you want to. Well, actually, let's do that for everybody. So we'll kind of go around. We don't really need to do the closing session moves because like it's a one shot. But tell me sort of like what happens to your character as the rest of history goes on. Like what happens to you as you know the decades progress. We go from the 1870s to the turn of the century. Some of you guys will like never die because you're made out of stone. But what happens to you? I don't know. I mean, you might not know Indian history beyond the broad strokes. But you probably know world history of some kind, so I don't know, we'll do our best. So what do you think happens to you as the century progresses? Maybe we'll start with the opposite way. So let's start with Merle, our dragon.
Merle, whose real name is Acrylianox. He keeps on living on. He's a little miffed that he didn't get to go to Shangri-La and find out the secret, but then again, who knows, maybe the secret to getting his true form still resides on this plane of existence. He also has to worry about his bird mates. He has no idea what the heck they are, so he keeps on searching for them. He may reappear in a future arc. I really, really liked playing Merle as just this guy who cares enough to protect them, but not enough to know their names.
The Daffy Duck of our group.
Yeah, he was kind of like definitely wanted to just grab everything. Definitely the hoarder aspect was.
I mean, he's a dragon.
Sure.
I mean, that's the thing. If he's looking for treasures, looking for stuff, especially things that were stolen and never given back. Yeah, so he probably lives out an indeterminate amount of time until either he's hunted down by Order Draconis or dies in some other fashion befitting a dragon and takes out a whole bunch of allies and enemies with him.
Interesting. Well, it'd be cool to see. Maybe he'll return with some of our other shows. What about Wraith?
So Wraith, as I said, is sort of going to be studying Shangri-La, finding any correlation that he feels, and maybe even trying to discover what actually happened within the world that he discovered, Solanisa, and seeing if his time in Shangri-La will help him in that way, and sort of his reasoning why he has this new life as Wraith. And because he feels like it has something to do with the dark entity.
Oh, interesting.
Now that he realizes that Solanisa is more on the dark, more of a dark plane.
Whoa. Well, Shangri-La is definitely the place to like train and learn about yourself and your powers to pull that off.
Yeah.
So.
And I kind of like him, so he may pop up again. So.
Oh, okay. Kind of disgorged from this other dimension, popping back into our world to right some wrongs.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. How about our Tainted, who is now taking a better life? What's going to happen to him?
If I can, I'd like to become the first person kicked out of Shambhala.
Oh, man.
He thinks he's in the clear. Like, he thinks he is so far away from everything that could ever happen bad anymore, and goes right back to his old ways after a short period of time.
Oh, no. Rob stealing from the monks. Oh.
Whatever you can, yeah. Eventually, he sweet talks, and then does things behind their backs, and so
It always ends well.
Yeah. So however that happens, or put into like the first prisoner there, or whatever's possible. But yeah, I want him to like ruin it in some way.
Yeah, it's a regular Lost Horizon.
So that he might end up back in the Demogorgon service.
Ooh, all right. You can't escape it, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Yeah, he screws it up for himself.
I like it. I might have him appear as an NPC in some way, or you could come back playing him another game, perhaps. And then finally, what happens to to Azra, our living statue?
Well, Nirvana has been shut off, but can always earn it back. I'm still learning about humanity, and it's gonna travel the world. Experience culture, meet people, track down that guy who stole Svengar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can literally feel you.
Put it in a lit box so it's annoying me.
It's still like clicking.
It's
But still.
dude,
annoying thing.
I know Morse code. I know what you're saying. Go F yourself.
Dang. All right. Well,
Speaking to a lead box.
It's going to be. It's going to take until I believe the 1940s was when it released. Until Azra finds out what he really wants in life. He wants to become a real boy.
whoa. So we'll have to see if Azra, if you want to play him again, how that quest turns out. But I definitely think I'm gonna have him show up as an NPC in our arc and maybe a few others as well. Same with a lot of these characters I really enjoyed seeing. It was a cool one-shot, and I think that brings this episode to a close. It is the end of The Lion and the Elephant. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, our actual game continues. Love everybody here. Except
No,
for,
right?
What's that?
So, and I'm excited.
Yeah, except for Nick. I don't know if you can join us, but it was really loved having you.
Let's give him a hand.
Thank you so much for playing Waste.
Oh man, no, Wraith was great. Our duplicitous vampire from last episode was great.
So gets a good character.
So I do hope they.
So much hated it.
Yeah.
I so hated your character. Love you, but hate your character.
Oh yeah.
I do hope they show up maybe later on.
It would be nice, but I think for the next few weeks I'm going to be doing Tuesday night shows.
Oh, all right.
So
Well, we'll maybe get you in our third arc. But for everybody else, we'll be there next week, same time, on episode 4 of London 1888, entitled "The Peeler and the Goat." More goats. What a coincidence.
Goats!
Yeah, a lot of goats in this arc. Interesting. Need some goats in the first arc too.
I just
no.
I hope we have Black Phillip. Yeah.
Yeah, we have Black Phillip situation.
It's something to live up to, right?
A lot of goats.
Being-
Let's gotta
being
keep
a
goats
goat?
going on.
a goat, yeah.
Was the goat he carrying black? Was the goat that
I mean, let's
that
be real.
claimed he was carrying Black Phillip?
Oh man.
See if you.
Just
let's-
that
That's why he
one.
wasn't feeding on it.
Would thou like to live deliciously?
we will aspire to be a goat.
GOAT.
Yep, that's right. We will try.
Greatest of all time.
Yep, we're gonna try to be goat. Thanks everyone for hopping in. Thanks Scattered for hopping in and checking out. See you there, Londell. I'll be sending out that pound of dice very soon. It's been a long week, but I have it here, and just until next week, until next Tuesday. Oh, you can join us tomorrow. We'll be live during the day. I'll be live with Smunchy Games and some other people. But if you want to enjoy this amazing content, come back next Tuesday, because we're just going to go right through it. So until then, make sure and pull up a chair
And
make time to tabletop. We'll see you soon,
night.
everyone.